This Apex 3.0 overview is part of the Unisys ClearPath OS 2200 Release 17.0 Technical Update. My name is Glenn Newton. We'll briefly touch on each of the topics listed here. For more depth, you can view other presentations on Apex in this Technical Update series. Apex consolidates administrative tasks that have traditionally been performed using various utilities and processes, and it does so in a way that helps you perform your administrative tasks quickly and accurately. One goal of Apex is to simplify the administration of the OS 2200 system to the point that you don't have to be an OS 2200 expert to use Apex. This will let data centers reduce costs by using shared administrative resources across the heterogeneous data center. Intuitive user interfaces in a secure architecture help make both experienced and new administrators more productive. When we began developing Apex, clients and experienced OS 2200 field engineers told us that the highest priority was to address security administration. Therefore, Apex 1.0 included security administration, along with system configuration. Apex 2.0 refined and expanded the features in Level 1.0 and added software administration. With Apex 3.0, we've added read-only database administration features and further extended the security, configuration, and software administration features of previous releases. With Apex 3.0, you can do anything that Security Client can do. Security Client is the client portion of the Unisys product Security Administration. In future levels, Apex will encompass additional OS 2200 system administration areas. Apex includes components on two platforms: an Apex OS 2200 agent and Apex database agents, one for each application group, are installed on the Dorado server. A web application is installed on a Windows server. The web server platform communicates with the OS 2200 agent using WebSockets protocol that can be secured with transport layer security. Apex uses impersonation for all client requests. That means that the Apex user's security attributes determine what he's allowed to do. Apex is accessed from a client's workstation through a secure link to the web server. Basing the user interface on browser technology eliminates the need for the administrator to install any additional software on the workstation. This makes any device that can access the web server a potential system management workstation. The Apex web application requires Windows 2008 Service Pack 2 or later. The server also needs IIS installed as a web server with ASP.NET enabled, along with .NET Framework 4.5. On the OS 2200 host, Apex depends on the software listed here, which is included in all integrated operating environments. Apex has been tested with a variety of web browsers and is officially supported on Internet Explorer 11 and Microsoft Edge. To use Apex, the user points his browser to the Apex web application. After submitting credentials for the targeted Dorado system, the user sees a menu of choices and performs tasks based on his own user ID's OS 2200 authorization. You can see that Apex tells you if your connections are secure. Apex uses drop-down menus on-screen guidance, tabbed interfaces, and other modern user interface techniques to help the user carry out administrative tasks. Apex 3.0 supports configuration of the agent, configured password profiles, message of the day, network authentication, the OS 2200 exec, and the security environment. Some of these were provided in Apex 2, And for information about those, please view the technical update presentations for Apex 2.0. The new areas are discussed in the Release 17 technical presentation on Apex 3.0 new features. Database administration is new in this level, and the presentation Apex 3.0 database pages discusses it. Apex reports information through displays like the User ID access page you saw a minute ago, and it lets the user export data for offline use as well. Furthermore, Apex includes a set of reports based on the system log and security database. Security was the first administrative focus of Apex. Apex 3 lets the administrator maintain all OS 2200 security objects. In addition, it can do anything now that Security Client can do. Apex also lets you view installed programs and updates, including the OS 2200 exec. The presentations Change and IC Tracking of Installed Software and Apex Software Displays provide details. Apex reports based on system log data and security and accounting databases help the security officer find events of special security significance, supporting a defense in-depth strategy. For example, they let the administrator see login failures and users whose security attributes have changed, including telling who made the changes. The presentation ACR Logging provides details on one of these reports and the exec enhancements that support it. Some reports facilitate compliance with corporate security policies and industry and regulatory standards, such as the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard and the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Other reports provide general security information. Let's take a look at a report. You'll see that unlike static reports from Security Administration, Simon, or Log Analyzer, you can view the results dynamically. Here's an example of a login failures report. You can see that there's a summary tab, and if we go to users with failures, we can see who was unsuccessful at logging in during this time. If we want to sort it, for instance, to find out who had the most or the least, we can do that simply by clicking a tab, or we can go back and sort by user ID. Let's pick on Sam here and see what's up with him. If we look at the details, there were 2 failures for Sam, and at this point we could immediately disable the user if we're suspicious of him, or we could exclude him from the report if we think that it's okay. But instead, let's use this magnifying glass to find and highlight his entries. So when we do that, it takes us over to the All Failures tab, and again we can sort on any of these headings. But right now let's just take a look at one of Sam's failures. It gives us the date and the time, where he logged in from, and the type of error that he had. And in this case, it was an unsuccessful authentication processed by ASUS because he had an invalid password. Now we can also export any of these reports, so let's do that. And here we're going to export it in CSV format. And because we have Excel installed on this computer, it comes up in Excel. Configured Password Profiles offers TIP, demand, and BIS environments a way of enforcing advanced password rules that go beyond the rules the exec enforces. For example, you could require each password to have at least a number and a letter and be different from the previous 4 passwords. Apex provides the configuration interface. The rule enforcement is done by Authentication Module 19, which is released with the User Authentication product. The presentations about configured password profiles in the Apex 2.0 technical update provide a lot more detail. They are part of the ClearPath OS 2200 Release 16.0 technical update, which you can find on YouTube and the Unisys support site. Apex documentation has 2 main parts. The Getting Started guide is in PDF format. The integrated context-sensitive help is also provided in PDF format. Installing Apex installs the PDF documents and the context-sensitive help, along with a README file. The PDFs are also available on the Unisys support site. To see the role that Apex has in OS 2200 security, read the OS 2200 Security Overview, a new book delivered with ClearPath Release 17. Thank you.